Hey my friends, how are you doing? Welcome to the Academic Answers podcast. Thanks for joining us, thanks for listening. And if you are listening to us for the first time, that audio might have been a little low because my mic went all up. Oh, my mic is getting crazy today. Just 1 second. Yes, sorry about that. Thanks for joining us. This is the Academic Answers podcast. Thanks for listening in. This mic just won't cooperate today. It's going all over the place. So let me just take a second to get it all figured out. Yes. So Happy New Year. Happy 2021 if you're joining us for the first time. And this is a podcast where we talk about happiness, success, full potential. About 3 years running, over 150 episodes. We're going strong. We're getting increased listenership as we go across all the platforms. We're on about 10 platforms. Apple, iTunes, you name it. All the popular podcasts you can think of. The base platform is Anchor, and Anchor does the redistribution across all the platforms for us. We're grateful for that. Thank you, Anchor. I think Spotify has acquired Anchor. I think I saw that news item somewhere. But happy 2021. I hope that you have a prosperous year. I wish all the best for you and your family. I hope you hit some goals, some real big goals that you set for yourself. Most times the goals you have for yourself are too small, so you should first 10x them, kind of double down on them. And the next thing after you double down on them, after you make them big, the next great thing to do is to break them down into small chunks, into daily, hourly, minutely, small chunks. Just keep moving on these small chunks. As I often say, that it is not that we don't do what we say we're going to do, but we don't even do 50% of it. We say that we're going to go to the gym 5 days a week and we're going to get into the best shape of our lives. It's not that we don't get there 5 days a week, we don't even get there 2 or 1. And that's our big problem. It's not that we don't save the $100 a week, we don't even save $10. And it is just our neglect and our inability to do things like those that actually contribute to our bigger problems. This morning I want to talk about a question. I think it was a conversation. I don't know, I wouldn't exactly call it a question. It was a conversation I was having with somebody, and they were saying, what is the best way to change? How can they actually find a simple way, dumbed down, grade 4 explanation method way of actually changing themselves? And I have this great analogy that I use, and I was articulating it to the person. I said to him that, look, we grew up seeing cars, a lot of cars around. We maybe, most of us families, there were cars. There was none in my family growing up, but most of us see cars in families, and people have cars, and cars are everywhere. And we listen to the conversations about car as we are trying to get a car. We hear people complaining, those who have cars complaining about they have to do some maintenance of the car. People saying, gas, insurance, they buy tires, it take them to work, which are the, some positive things, and all the regular things that a car do. We hear that, we see it, everybody have it throughout history, since the beginning of cars, the invention of cars. These things are happening. The same truth is there for cars, pretty much. It needs maintenance, needs servicing, all that stuff. It takes you where you want to go. It runs on the road, it doesn't fly. What we do as human beings, before we have our cars, we shut out all those concerns. It doesn't matter to us. We want a car. So we get the car and we start to go around in the car. Then we start to complain about the same things that everybody was complaining about. And somehow we want to have the car and we don't want to deal with the gas situation, so we think it's too expensive, and we don't want to deal with the insurance, and we don't want to maintain it, and it costs us a big portion, and we fall into the same complaining situation. What does that analogy have to do with change? I say this to say that we grew up seeing the masses, most people doing a certain thing, getting a certain result. What most of us are trying to do, we're trying to do the same thing but come up with a different result. So we want to go to school, get a job, create a family, get some debt, go on 2 vacations a year, strive for a promotion, and at the same time, we want to live a different life from everybody else who did the exact same thing. We are trying to get an extraordinary result from an ordinary effort. We're trying to do what the masses do, but we're trying to get what the 1% and the 3% results. Get the results of the 1% and the 3%. That is what gets us. If there's a community here, just when you drive out in the mornings, look around, look in the community that you live. Let's say there is 5,000 people living in that community. 50-mile radius, 20-mile radius, whatever it is. 15 blocks, 25 blocks, how much ever. How many people you see taking a walk, jogging? In your office, in your class, at school, how many people go to the gym? How many people read? How many people save money? How many people have a side hustle? How many people are trying to do something else? Very few. You will find a community with thousands of people, and you can count on one hand or two hands the number of people that are actually exercising. The people who are overweight, the people who have low energy, all do the same thing. They don't exercise. They go home, they take up the remote, they find something else to do, they eat crappy food. Therefore, only few people are willing to do something extraordinary. That is why only few people get extraordinary results. Everybody's going home watching TV. Everybody's going home talking on the phone. Everybody's going home chilling out. Everybody's going home watching the news. That is why everybody gets the same result. Everybody's unsocial. Everybody's not saving money. Everybody's getting into debt. Everybody's spending like crazy. That is why everybody's getting that result. If you want to get a different result, you have to be a part of the extraordinary, above average, different from the rest. Choose a path away from that of the masses. You cannot do what others do and expect to get a different result. I know you have heard it many times, but it's Einstein's definition of insanity. You must find a way to look at what the people who get the results you want are doing and do that. And you must change your negative and disbelief and limiting belief perspective, your regressive and stagnant mindset. You must have a growth mindset. You must look at the world as a place of opportunity and stop looking at the world as a place for obstacles. Because if you think obstacles, you will find obstacles. If you look for opportunity, you'll be around people who look for opportunity. You'll be learning from people who look for opportunity. You will find opportunity. So take care, my friends. That is what I want to tell you. Live an extraordinary life. Do extraordinary things if you want to be extraordinary. Thank you.